Hello again. So I wanted to talk about something else today. Just for the record, I was still up before noon. So anyway, I read something today that talked about principles before personalities, treating people fairly, doing the right thing. So a lot of times, we question that as part of recovery. It's something to really look at, but it's not enough to only practice it when it's convenient or, whatnot. Doing the right thing is a struggle for a lot of people that have been in my position before, a lot of people that I can relate to. And it's difficult because during a time when we only thought about ourselves, and some of us still have that problem of selfishness and trying to satisfy ourselves, judging people for their mistakes and who we believe that they are, doing things that we know maybe weren't the right thing because you've got angel you or whatever you might believe in, and devil you, or there again, whatever you might believe in on the other shoulder. And you can hear these talking to you. Like, there's always that little voice in the back of your brain going, I don't know if this is a good idea, but it's gonna feel good to me, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And those are things that we all struggle with. I don't care who you are. You can call me a liar, but you deep down know inside that you have had that battle before. So that's one, doing the right thing. We may do the wrong thing for selfish reasons. Typically, that's what it is. We may mask it behind, it's going to hurt people, so I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to say anything. And those are secrets that, rip us apart in time. If not immediately, later as time goes on, it's going to rip you apart. And then now you have another situation of do the right thing. Do I tell this person that, I screwed over, hey, so this was a thing, and hurt them? Because that's typically the smoke screen, or I guess it's a smoke screen. That's typically what happens. We find other ways to excuse not owning up to the things that we did that were not the right thing. Another part of what I read talked about principles before personalities, which is living by the way I see it, kind of like the golden rule, but maybe not exactly. No. It's more living, not judging people, doing the right thing, and living by your traditions, whatever your beliefs are. People go to church on Sunday and they hear the sermon. So the rest of the week, they're just kind of like, some of them are like, okay, I'm going to do better with this. I'm going to have patience for other people. I'm going to respect other people's beliefs. I'm not going to judge them. And then some walk out the door and they're like, screw it, I'll repent next Sunday. And somebody pisses them off and they're like, F you. And, they treat them differently. And it's no different in any other situation that you might believe in, spiritually, religious, whatever. If you're a part of other groups that are trying to walk you down a path to help you. If you don't practice these things on a daily basis, then you're not growing as an individual. And that's something that I've seen in a lot of people. Drama starts or bad decisions are made, and then they walk into a meeting and all of a sudden all is forgiven, or they call someone and talk about it and they feel like, okay, I screwed up, I've admitted it, that's where it stops. No, that's not where it stops. There's something in your head that's saying it's okay to do this, or it's okay that I've done it because in my head wasn't right. I can blame it on 50 other things. So not being judgmental, practicing compassion and patience, honesty and things like that. It's not the easiest thing, But sometimes the hardest things that we have to do in life make us the strongest. You know, it lifts the heaviest weights off of us. I mean, I've carried secrets for years, you know, and over the last month or so, I've come clean on a lot of those. Some of them are still hard. Some of those were still hard, but I'm working on it, and I've come clean on more than I ever thought I would, and I continue to do so as they hit me. And it doesn't matter if the person I'm talking to was affected, because sometimes the people that were affected by those secrets or by those wrongdoings aren't even around anymore. You know, whether for one reason or another, you know, they're gone. You know, and there's nothing you can do about that coming clean to them. So you find a different way. And it sucks, but at this point, you know, in my life, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I would like to live the rest of my life a better person for myself and for other people. I would like to get stronger so that I am more successful, you know, in recovery and understanding and clearly seeing the messages that they're, you know, that the program tries to teach you. And it's a beautiful thing when you start to have revelations. You know, it kind of boosts you. And every time you know, get rid of, you know, those secrets, it feels good. It's easier for you to look at people and understand, hey, I know that in one way or another, they're suffering with something. You know, maybe my message or anybody's message can reach them and help them to understand that they don't have to carry secrets, that they don't have to judge people, they don't have to be angry, you know, they don't have to bury everything, they don't have to hurt people, they can do the right thing. And I know to everyone the right thing is different in some cases, you know, but that goes along too with selfishness, because if you're being selfish, the right thing to do for you, you know, carries a selfish, you know, undertone. The right thing to do for someone else may not be the same. You know, you just know in your heart, hey, I shouldn't have done this. So, you know, let me do the right thing and backtrack and understand what I did wrong and address it. So, I mean, you know, as far as principles before personalities, the way that I interpret that, and you know, I haven't gone as far as to work through this with, you know, other people to understand if I'm right. But as of today, I understand principles before personalities as sticking to what you feel is right, sticking to your, you know, your compassion, honesty, and so on and so forth, sticking to those things, rather than just jumping on somebody and saying, oh, they're a douchebag and so on and so forth. You know, just because you know, they may not be the nicest person in the world, but if you stick to your principles, you know, you're living the way that you feel is you need to live. Don't judge them, because, you know, you may not know what their life is, what they've gone through, and what brought them where they are today. So, yes. That's a pretty lengthy, you know, conversation with my phone. I hope this, you know, as always, I hope this, you know, resonated with someone. At least make you think. If you even made it to this part of the video. So I probably would have stopped watching like 5 minutes ago. So anyway, love and hugs. Namaste.